the magnolias bloom so late. A child stands alone in fear, wishing someone would hold them near. Through the bridges of Georgia's care, they're reaching out but like faith there. Isolation's heavy on their heart, praying for a brand new start. Child protectors on the line, Georgia's foster, let love shine. I see peace, you send them far and wide, across the borders where they divide. Families waiting with open arms to shield them from all worldly harm. Through the bridges of Georgia's care, they're reaching out but like faith there. Isolation's heavy on their heart, praying for a brand new start. Child protectors on the line, Georgia's foster, let love shine. Oh, Georgia's foster, let love shine. Though the journey's tough, the road is long, singing out this hopeful song. Every child deserves a chance to find their home, their love, their dance. No more darkness, no more tears, just a future free from fears. With each step they grow so strong, in a place where they belong. Through the bridges of Georgia's care, they're reaching out but like faith there. Isolation's heavy on their heart, praying for a brand new start. Child protectors on the line, Georgia's foster, let love shine. Love shine. Oh, Georgia's foster, let love shine. Love shine. Oh, Georgia's foster, let love shine. The journey's tough, the road is long, in this world they'll start to glow. Child protective, hear their plea, in Georgia's arms they will be free. Through the bridges of Georgia's care, they're reaching out but like faith there. Isolation's heavy on their heart, praying for a brand new start. Child protectors on the line, Georgia's foster, let love shine. Let love shine. Oh, Georgia's foster, let love shine. Love shine. Oh, Georgia's foster, let love shine. Love shine.
Hey everybody, welcome in. It's Danielle. I'm back again. How you doing? We are here and we are going to dive deep in the Georgia child welfare system, child protective services, and the foster care system. But, we may jump around and talk about some other things. I welcome in everybody. We got the chat below. I see Chris, Brenda. I see myself. And is that Dr. Death I see? Hi, welcome in. How are y'all doing? So I did come across come across a article like from March 5th, which is, wait a minute, was it March 5th or May 5th? It was one of them. Let me check. So anyways, sorry y'all, but it was about Georgia. So it is from March 5th, but the thing is, it says Georgia DSCS aims for expanded growth while lawmakers concerns about overreach. With this being said, I'm in Georgia myself. Hi, Frankie. Happy birthday. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you have a wonderful birthday. Everybody tell Frankie, happy birthday. Happy birthday, my friends. And I hope you're enjoying. How old are you today if you want to share with us? I appreciate you, and thank you for joining us for your birthday. We feel that's awesome. Welcome in, and thank you for being here. So we got everything going on in our child welfare system. We got, there are people being held accountable. It's not, we want it to move faster than it is, but we can only go as they're not going to move no quicker than what is going on. I forgot where I was going with this. So anyhow, I don't know if y'all are familiar with the rally that was going on May 6th. I keep thinking it's March. May 6th here in Atlanta with the DSCS and the parents rescued the fosters. There was some other parents there. I didn't get to make it. That they had a peaceful protest, a peaceful rally. And did you know that in the window on the 3rd floor, on the far side of the building, in this building, like I said in my last slide, with 11 stories, and all the floors are. I mean, the whole building is mainly for. Yes, Dr. Death, he did. Yes, he did. And we will be. I'm going over that. We'll have a show about that. I actually got to get with him after the show. And it is all over. It is. Happy birthday, Frankie, and thank you for joining us. I hope you have a wonderful birthday, and you be safe, my friend. Yes, Dr. Death, he did, and I did get your email, and I believe I emailed you back as well, Dr. Death. So with Georgia, they had a sign in this window that said money matters. Now, I still haven't heard from anyone that was in maybe occupying this building the day of this protest, or that would put that would come in and share their view on why they would have something like that posted in the window the day of this protest. So I don't know. I still don't know. I think it was right. I mean, if I understand that they need the federal funding to provide services, but are those services being provided? That's the question. What is really being done with the money? Okay, Dr. Death. Okay, awesome. But welcome in, everyone. Let me go back and welcome. We got Frankie. It's their birthday today, so everybody tell them happy birthday. We got Brenda in here. Chris, hello. How's everything going with your kid? Your baby, Dr. Death. What's going on in your situation? If y'all want to talk about it, I know we had a really good live yesterday. I did learn in the school and like the education part of when it involves CPS or these reporting. Did you know that some, like, I don't know if it's all jurisdictions of the teacher, I mean, all, like all teachers, or if it's just certain districts or whatnot, certain areas, certain schools. But the one gentleman that came in yesterday and stayed with us, and actually we all learned a lot yesterday. I did myself, and I appreciate him coming in very much, and I look forward to having him more often to share more knowledge, and we can learn together. Because it's not all of them in the CPS like situations, schools. There's bad apples everywhere, and this gentleman come in and he shared with us that, did you know that these teachers, they have to report if it's in that district, but they report it to an admin. So they have a middle, they report it to an admin, and the admin is the one that reports it to CPS. So they don't actually deal with CPS themselves. So when they and they have there was some questions that he had for us. Y'all need to go check out that live. It was great, and we had a very awesome. We have now to August to show the court that we can take care of our kids. Is that a good thing, or is that working like you want it to, Dr. Death? Like, I don't know if you were on a case plan or whatnot, because sometimes, like, I know some don't get a case plan. Like, I know in my situation, they say they gave you a case plan, but they don't. But I do want to say that, and here in Georgia, the department, they did get, like they were saying, they were overwhelmed and everything, and they did get raises. But now they're wanting this. So this article was back in March 5th. And it's saying that they aim for more expanded powers, but lawmakers are raising concern about overreach. Well, you got to remember, you got the John Ossoff investigation that went on, and then the Senate Finance Committee had theirs as well. And now you think it's BS, Dr. Death? It's that's not cool though. Oh, sorry, just close that out. So I didn't mean to do that. It's not. I totally understand. It's stressful. And how long have y'all been going through the case plan? And did they move your kids further away? What is? I don't know. Something's Okay, sorry. So Candace Broche, so they did move them. Are they in a foster home or a group home or whatnot? So Candace Broche, I don't know why this article is not coming up, but yeah. So she said, Candace Broche did say that with the whole law enforcement thing, I recently formed the DHS Special Victims Unit, which is here in Georgia, which reports directly to her, to work with Georgia law enforcement to better serve Georgia's most marginalized children. This was the commissioner, which is Candace Broche, and she said that to the Georgia House of Representatives. I believe I watched this, and that's when I also learned that the reunification numbers have declined. Hey, Gunner. Hola. Hey, he's what's up? Welcome in, y'all. Today's show was definitely planned, but then, once again, my brother wanted pizza, and I'm so tired of pizza. So, he's gonna turn into a pizza. I told him, I said, he loves Papa John's, and so back to what I was saying. So Candace Broche did, so apparently she's started a DHS Special Victims Unit here in Georgia. Well, a Special Victims Unit, but they're allowed. I hope they weren't mocking parents at that rally, because these are our children, and they need to look at these cases individually, where they're not given the answers that they need to. Because for one, I can tell you from experience, the caseworkers are not providing these parents with the correct information to be successful in being reunited with their children. An average child stays in foster care. I believe the numbers were about 24 months, 2 years, I believe. It was good. Hey, Louise, how are you doing? Welcome in, everyone. I know today's just like, look, I guess today's my Monday. I don't know, but I wish that I would have watched the news and stuff today too. I really do. What'd you say? You want some pizza? We're gonna have to have a pizza party. Gunner, I will definitely get with you after the show. Brenda's gonna have her show at 9:00, y'all. So I will be jumping off here at 9, so we can get Brenda going, and she can catch all up on some things. I seem like, look, today is I'm like intentional. Yeah, intentional. What was that? I just had a brain fart. Did I miss that? Sorry, y'all. So back, do you think Louise, did you hear about that in Georgia here? The parents had a rally down here, with Rescue the Fosters and You Are the Power. And they were out there, and they were across the street from the DHS, DSCS building in Atlanta. And they were peaceful, they were fine, they were not, and just the nerve, like the way that these workers acted on behalf of the fact that they were there, it's like cool, Gunner, cool. But just the way they acted was just like, for one, I even got some answers from some of the people that were actually there, that were parents. Yeah, caseworkers not giving info. And Louise, I did hear that came from a caseworker herself up in another state that I have spoke, and I just asked her because she was involved with dealing with ICPC in the process of that, and she said, Danielle, I'm afraid that where they take advantage of is the caseworkers are not telling the parents what they need to know, and they're trying to that these parents are having to navigate through the system to get their children back. But yet, when the caseworker is not providing them with the correct information for them to complete the necessary things that was asked of them, so they're trying to navigate through definitely the system that is broken. And she said that that there are more taken advantage than they should. Like they shouldn't be. And she wishes that they would be more, bring more awareness, And I said, well, you know what? Us parents can. That's what we can do. Like this is, I mean, and there are good ones in the CPS world. There are. I'm afraid there's more bad apples than there are good right now because that's what. I mean, this is a nationwide crisis, and this is not just an isolated incident. This is not just my problem. This is not. I mean, this is not just with me. This is not with 5 people. This is all over the nation and all over the world, honestly. And it's not cool because when in like when I was growing up and now, when did we ever pick on children? Like I would get in trouble if I ever picked on anyone younger, like little, like a child or any. I mean, my goodness. So what's wrong with some people? Like, and then Pam Bondi and Cash Patel. Cash Patel ain't playing. No, Pam Bondi. I think it's Pam Bondi, isn't it? She ain't playing either. Case number. Okay, so Gunner Estate tomorrow, which is Friday, Blount County, Tennessee. Get an update on the teacher. Did you have an update on the teacher, or are you gonna update tomorrow, Gunner? And then the case number released tomorrow evening. So we're gonna have a live tomorrow night, and it's gonna be look out for the notifications. I believe that's what you need to talk to me about. One of the things. So we will be getting that together and look for the notifications, y'all, because it's gonna be tomorrow night, and we're good. Yes, the case is filed. It's filed. The Gunner has filed the federal. Yes, it happened, and it's real. Right? Why can't people mind their business? And you know what? That is so true. It's tomorrow is going to be a definite special edition. So y'all definitely be looking for the notifications for tomorrow's show. Okay. Maybe multiple shows. Maybe we'll have one heck of a long show like we've done before. So guys, like stuff's coming. It's happening. Like we are here, and our kids are coming home. Changes are going to happen, and these people will be held accountable. Because at the end of the day, when was it okay for us to lose our children, or anyone to lose their children over maybe not having enough food in the fridge? Or, I mean, the babies are fine, they're happy, and then so just imagine when they're stripped from their home, their safe haven, their comfort zone, and thrown into a place that is cold and dark to them. My son he described, he just said it's not home, well, just imagine what that does psychologically, emotionally. I mean, and I was even showing, like, letting my brother that's disabled, which is my son's uncle, I showed him some videos of video visits from between me and my son over those 2 years that he was out at this facility in Texas. And just watching those videos, okay, and to go back to see my son when we got him home. Hey, Naylor Rizzo, what's up? Hey, y'all. We got this, and we are kicking butt, and we ain't playing with these people. Sorry, y'all. People, just I wish people would mind their own business, especially in your home worlds. But I'm just saying. So, what was that case number? Oh yeah, so Gunner said case number released. So the thing is so here we are. So the FCS in Georgia. So back in March, for one, we got this new thing that was signed by Joe Biden that was for the Title 4B of the Social Security Act. That goes with that Support Children and Strengthen Families Act, I think. But it is a federal law now, and it's in effect. And it comes with 75, I think, with the financials of federal funding of 75 billion or million. Hi, Sierra and Martin. How are you? Welcome in. Let me see this. What is this? I've been issued a bullshit gag order under the guise of a protective order here in Florida. No, really, Naylor. When did this happen? What? Okay, why? And what did they say was the? Are you serious? So what's okay? Florida. That's another one. Brenda. Look at Naylor. What's going on, guys? Florida, what's up? Y'all really? Why you gotta touch parents? No, Florida. What's up? Come on, Naylor. When did that come about? I would love to know. Like that was not what I was expecting you to. Naylorism in the house. Let's go, Naylor. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Oops, sorry, y'all. My bad. Saying that. Hold on. Let me charge my. Okay. I think I lost my. All right. So what happened? What brought the gag order on, Naylor? Did they say it had anything to do with us speaking the truth? Hey Athena, what's up? I got my peeps in here, but everybody's my peeps. I love everybody. Y'all, who was in the show yesterday? Who was in the pod, or who was here last night for my show yesterday? 2 hours, and if y'all go back and watch it, it was a really good show. We had a gentleman. I'm not a man. Hi, William. Welcome in. Are you a man? I'm a woman. I'm a female. I go by her, she. Yeah, I'm not a man. Sorry. Not here, my friend. Not long ways from it. Okay. So I am female. Born a female and will stay a female, hun. Okay? So back to where we're going. We are there. We are talking about children and child protective services in here. That's what you're referring to, but that's not. That's. I don't know what you're trying to prove that a man. Just. I hope that. Anyways, welcome in, Mason or William Mason. So, Athena, how are you doing? All right, let me get back to where I was squirreled again. So the DFCS here in Georgia is. I'm gonna have to go back to the podcast yesterday because I think y'all will get a kick out of that. And it was actually a good podcast because it gave us a different look on the side of like the teacher, they are mandatory reporters. But did you know that I don't know if it's every school, like if it's every teacher district, whatever, school district for the teachers. But this one particular gentleman that works and he said he was a teacher. And the reason why he came by the show is he was scrolling through and he said, he said, I don't mean no mean by this at all. He said, but you are the first person that I've ever heard that hates CPS. I said, He said he's never heard the things that I was talking of ever about CPS. I was like, wow. And then that's where the conversation started. And then the ones that were in the chat yesterday, what do y'all think about that? But that's where we learned. He learned many things about what we go through. And he said he's never seen that side of it. So, wow. So it's that hidden from the average, the public eye. And even in schools, like, and this gentleman he was awesome. He was great. It was amazing. You couldn't, it was just nice. It was nice. And it was peaceful. It was let's see. Let me say it was it was good. It was a good conversation that was much needed, especially for someone that's never seen the negative side of CPS and what these parents go through. And this person to have to teach okay, so let me get back to my comments. All right, y'all. It's because, what did you say, Naylor? It's because I called out the dependency case to be void and amnesia. I called out the judge only by his first name. I dropped like 14 filings, motions, notice to court, and memo of case law. And they gave you a gag order. Wow. That is so messed up. Yeah. Athena, you will get a kick out of that show. I think it was really good. And for we've been on the last week, but it's been but we're getting back in the gear. We had that moment, and then we're back up and running. So we are here, and we are here to stay because we ain't going nowhere. And you know what? They can try to silence us, Naylor. They will never silence us, all of us. We will be the voice. We will help you, friend. You are a warrior. You are part. We are together in this. They will not stop us. They will not shut us up. They won't. They're not going to break us. I know that. We're not going to be silenced, and we're not going to be broken. We're going to be loud and unbroken, which I think so. Let's like we say, one is tough, but a pack is unstoppable. How about we pack it up for these people and just send them on their merry way? CBS is not like, and let me tell you, there was a guy that is he was out, and he was one of those, I guess he goes out and he records like, at like the post office and in the public spots in the courthouses and stuff. And they arrested him today for disorderly conduct, which he wasn't doing anything wrong. But they did it just clearly out of spite. Like, there was no reason for he wouldn't even, the officer would not even, like, and I believe that it was just clearly out of just trying to just put this guy down, and he was just doing what every American has the right to do in a public place. I mean, he did not disrespect anyone, but he did go to jail, and that's going to be a lawsuit on I think that was Talbot County in Georgia. That's how you know where they're corrupt and where there's actually a county that is actually good here in Georgia that he did a live on, and he went there, and they did not give him no trouble. They did not violate his rights. They did not give him no attitude. They did not give him nothing but kindness, caring, and compassion, and everything. Like, they did it, and I will get back with y'all in that county, but it was great. So kudos to that county. I wish we had more like them, instead of hiding behind these mirrored glass that they want to put up, but yet nowhere. Like, that's what a certain county did over here in Georgia. But no other windows in that county are like that in the same courthouse. So, yes, Athena, I know there's, yesterday's show was, I believe, 2 hours. And then we have some more shows. Brenda's got her show. So yeah, and then Gunner, he's been on. So we've had the Punter show at night. So Naylor said, because I filed a motion to intervene under Family Law Rule 12-230, and I cussed him out in the motion to the kangaroo court. That they, that's what it is. That's what they are. They're kangaroo court. Like, they don't even. Were they trying to just walk all over you, Naylor? I mean, they were. That's just. They think they can. Once you get in that courtroom, they think they can just close the door or keep you out of it. That's the other thing. They either have you there just to like walk all over you, or try to walk all over you, and then they want to lock you up when you voice yourself. No. Or they want to try to shut you up. No, that's not fair. That's not right. What's wrong is wrong and right is right. Like, there's not ever, I just don't understand why people think that with the Constitution and with these states where they think that they can just keep doing what they want. And then they're now retaliating even more. Kids are getting hurt, and we're hearing about it. It's more. Stop, people, stop. These are children that have families that you took from their homes, whatever. I would hope to God that some of these families would not have, not the families, the caseworkers would not have bad intentions. Maybe they are upset with the parent and maybe have past what is it called? Past grudge against them. Like, don't take it out on that. We are grown folks and we are like parents, adults. Do not take it out on that child or that family. I promise. It's not, that's wrong. And they're pretty heartless to think that they don't have to listen to nothing. This system is so broken, it definitely needs reform. These are real stories, real families, real children going through unimaginable pain, trying to navigate through a system that is broken. Okay? I mean, and these caseworkers are not doing what there's like, I read on a pamphlet in probate, I think it was in the probate courthouse, part of the courthouse that I'm in my county. And it said that these caseworkers are supposed to be like your encourager, your motivator. They're supposed to be your the one like just cheering you on, like you're supposed to be like attached up to him. They should be the one that you are okay to go to, like to go to when you're in your case plan. But you can't. They don't answer the calls. They don't guide us on nothing. They'd rather just take our kids and throw them into foster care, and then, like with my son, send him out of state 4 states away, make it harder. I was already a low income parent as it is. And my mother passed away, and I have my disabled brother in my care. He is 37. So, and he is disabled. So, I mean, and they sent my son 4 states away, and I am on felony probation. I mean, why? But they didn't take my child from me. They did not. My mother had guardianship, and she had passed. Much love to you, Mom. Rest in peace, Mom. I miss you. And her birthday was the other day, and she's having fun up there. And we miss her. We miss her a lot. She was a very good woman, and I'm gonna have a memorial thing for her on here probably around Mother's Day, so y'all get to meet, or y'all get to see pictures of my mother and my nanny. But it's just sad to know that, and what the reasoning, what there was a guardianship order in place at the time my son was still a minor, but the guardianship order that was in place was up until my kids were 18. I have a boy and 2 girls. How can they go against things like, and the judge left it up to me and my family in 2011 to decide what to do and involve and like let me be in my children's life, and no CPS. There was never. And so my mother passes unexpectedly, and here comes a nightmare that I thought I would. I mean, I just the trauma that it can cause a parent, a child, a family, their friends, their community. It's forever changed my son. It's hard to go back and watch videos and to see my son when he was growing up, and then when he was first in the system, to when we brought him home, to know what battles we are battling now, with just in a 2-year time period, the damage that was done to my son with medicine and psych meds, and just the isolation. He was in a facility out in Texas, away from home, away from his community, had to see us over a screen like this. Not only that, he was still traumatized from my mother's death, and no one telling him what's up. Like, he regressed all the way back. His IQ when my mother passed was a 42. Like, my son was driving cars before my mother passed. Like, my son, and just to know that, he wasn't. He was shocked about my mother, yes, but he was nowhere gone. Like, mentally wise and psychologically like he is when after 2 years of the CPS world. The boy has never, ever been away from family. The boy has never, ever been where he's not had love. He's very well, I mean, my son is very well known in the community. He's very well loved by his community and his family, all of us. And just to know that in 2 years, a 2 years time period, which my son should have never been sent out to this facility, never. If CPS did their job. It took me I couldn't find my son for 2 months just to know he was with a family member for 2 months, and I don't know why. But, you know, why would someone want to hurt a child? What did they do wrong? Why can't you why would someone want with malicious intent try to interfere with the parent-child bond and say things that are not true? I was very involved in my son's life. That is a fact. That is a fact. I can't say the same for my girls. I wish I could say the same, but with there's my son, he has a story. He does, and all kids are special. Yes, my son is autistic. Let me catch up on some comments, y'all. It came out yesterday. The gag order. It was supposed to be Boy Danicio. Athena said she filed with the Supreme Court. Okay, y'all, I got 10 minutes, and then we got to get them. Brenda. You ready, Brenda? So filed with the Supreme Court now to wait and see if they accept the filing. Awesome. Athena, you always, every time I talk to you, you're filing. It's a lot of stuff, ain't it, y'all? So I've been now denied to file. I've now been denied to file any filings in the court case, denied access to the court, which is a clear violation of rights. I filed objections, and an order was filed to remove mine from the record. What? How can they do that, Naylor? What was there? Because of what? I mean, what? Wow. We are independent journalists. I issued the case of the New York Times versus the United States about prohibition from publishing. The case was decided in the New York Times' favor. Case is from 1971. Wow. We don't condone crack here. Sorry. We don't use drugs. I know some of us are recovering addicts as well. So we are here sharing our stories about Child Protective Services and the nightmare that has overcome some of our families. And have you been traumatized or experienced this or know someone that has? Have you ever had your children removed? That's what we're here for. We're here to share stories. This is positive space, okay? We don't like the darkness in here, okay? Like talking about trigger words. No. Can take that somewhere else. Out of respect, please. Thank you. But welcome in. Thanks for joining us. And you can honey, you can do that all you want to. And let us know how it goes, because I can promise you it's going to be a nasty mess, and I would not be advertising that too much, because that's nothing to brag about, sweetheart. But welcome in. But I wouldn't, my dad always told me to flush my poo and not play with it, okay, hon? Yeah, that's my advice to you, okay? Thank you. We don't play with poo here. All right, these state actors are playing checkers, and we are playing three-level chess, like out of Star Trek. That's right. Hey. Let me get my comment. Am I caught up on the comments? So Naylor, and when you so hold on. National Labor Relations Board versus Montgomery Ward, and all right, here we go, y'all. 157F 2D 486 8th Circuit 1946. The First Amendment is freedoms. Oh yes. Is concerned with the freedoms of thought and expression of the speaker of the writer, not with the conditions under which the auditor of Leitner receives the message. And then isn't the First Amendment like based on our freedoms? Like we have like our God-given rights and stuff, like rights that we cannot, I mean, our like, we have a liberty interest to have a familiar relationship with our children and without government interference. I don't understand. They can't take a God-given right away. I know that. Let's see. Let me continue on the other way. Okay. Why are you sorry you don't use drugs? Because I would hope that you don't either, and I would hope that you're not here to talk about that because we don't want to talk about that. And I'm not sorry. I am glad that I don't use drugs because I'm a lot better of a person and I have my life together. And I am not going back down that dark road because it was like a revolving door. It was never a good situation, if you may ask. I would hope that you would see, if you are an active user, I would hope that you will get whenever, because you can only take that step, you can only make that choice. And every addict or recovering addicts, that's a lifetime battle. Okay. I don't use drugs. I used to. That's a dark road that is in the past. Okay. I've fought that and will always fight it for the rest of my life. Any addict and recovering addict knows this. Now, some make it and some beat it because it's a beast. It is. It's a very troubled addiction to have. Like being a drug addict is not, but everybody can be addicted to something. I mean, there's always, people don't have to be addicted to just drugs. There's a lot. But you know what? That person that's going through it has to be the one to want to change. So, and I hope that you, if you are an active user, that you look at the brighter side of things, and you don't have any. If you have children, please do it for your children. Please get better for your kids, because trust me, my kids, I did use drugs over a decade ago, and my kids didn't deserve to not have their mother like they should have. Okay. And that's something that I will have to live with the rest of my life. And I hope my kids will forgive me. And I've always loved my kids, but and I did go to prison straight up. I mean, everybody that's been in my live knows my story. You're more than welcome to go watch past videos, and you can hear about it. And I did do time, yes. And I have a brother that overdosed in 2014, trying to take his own life because, and so, people you have to want to change, but you have to take that first step. I did, and it's a lifetime battle, and it's never gonna go away. It's always gonna be, it can always be knocking at your back door. So, my friend, I hope you get help if you are an active user. But thanks for joining us. Let's move on. One need not, as a condition presented to his right of speech under the First Amendment, secure permission of his auditor. Right to not have any government interference. Right, Dr. Death. The First Amendment does not purport to protect the right of privacy, nor does it require the audience shall have volunteered to listen. So that means, right, does it use that word purport, Neither? Because and it's true, because you can't just volunteer. You can't decide what, you can, but you can't. But that's why it's a freedom. It's a First Amendment. They're totally walking all over us, y'all, and they think they can. We got to start speaking out, y'all. I don't know what's going on and why everybody's like, they are walking on us. Like, I wish more parents would speak out, because I'm telling you, we need more parents. I wish that these parents that are struggling behind, I know there's parents out there watching this right now that are struggling with wanting to come forward and share their story, and wanting to, and just don't let them people bully on you. Don't let that judge, that courtroom, them people behind that wannabe notebook that they think is all Billy bad. No. You know what? They are not law enforcement. These caseworkers are not law enforcement. They try to act like it. They are not probation officers, and they are not anyone that can run you and just treat you like you are on, like you've been, like you're a prisoner. No. And they don't deserve to treat our children like this either. My son was, what did my son do to be detained like he was, and isolated like he's in prison? Had to ask to go to the restroom, to get a door open to go to the restroom, when he has at home, he can come and go as he pleases, because that's his home. But you're gonna tell me that it's okay for, what crime did he commit? Like, what did he do? No. I no. My son did nothing wrong, and now he's traumatized for and it's a slow baby step, and he's getting better. But the thing about it is are they gonna stop? We gotta make them stop. We gotta be that voice. The only way these people are going to get any way of being held accountable is we have to be the voice. You see Naylor, they're trying to shut him down. They're trying to shut him up. Naylor, I know Naylor ain't gonna hush, because I'm not gonna hush. No, I'm gonna speak louder. I'm gonna be louder, and you are not gonna stop. And I promise, there's gonna be more with me. These people need to be held accountable. The judge, Naylor, I cannot believe they're trying to do that to you. Is it you and is it both of you and your wife? That's just, but in the group, but the group in power in any moment may not impose penal sanctions as unpeaceful and truthful discussions of matter of public interest merely on a showing that others may thereby be persuaded to. Right. To take action inconsistent with its interests. I'm glad you're not, Flower, and I that's a blessing, and just I hope that you help. Don't enable them now, but I when I was in active addiction, I did have a problem with people pleasing, like, and it caused me so many. Oh, it's 9 o'clock, y'all. I gotta hurry up. Oof. But it did cause me to. I ended up losing. Like, I ended up letting my life go. Like, and because I was so involved in the people pleasing part, because it was the part when I was in active addiction, and I lost everything, and it was just. I did that to myself, not thinking that, hey, and then not realizing, and it was horrible. And it's okay to say no, y'all. It's okay to say no, and some stress is healthy stress. Um, I I had to learn how to say no. I had to learn that it's okay. Because really, you don't want to put yourself in a spot that's going to end up hurting your family. I'm having problems. It's a dark passenger. You can move on. I just asked because you said I'm sorry. I don't use drugs. Oh, I'm sorry for saying that. No, you're fine, Flower. You're fine. I didn't realize I said it like that. I'm sorry. Maybe I need to start pausing between but thanks for addressing that. I will correct that. Thank you. I do appreciate that. And I am, I get caught up with myself sometimes and I get squirreled a lot, like scatterbrained, and then my words go together. Yeah, but no, you're good. You're good. You are good. We do talk about self-care in here, Flower, and we talk about child protective services, but sometimes we do take time, and we take it, we do change topic, because sometimes we need that with each other. I may have someone that comes in here, like yesterday I had a teacher come in here that's never seen the side of the CPS world, that of the I guess the negative experiences that us parents have. And it was a 2 hour live that was actually very informational, and we learned new things on both sides. Like, we learned about the teachers that have to report and the mandated reports. So, we're learning. And we're able to keep it peaceful instead of lashing out at each other, and that's a good thing. That's awesome, and I loved it. So, I mean, it's really, we're in this, and I know for myself, I'm so like hyper. I mean, it's my attention is just, and I do jump, and my attention will, yeah. So you're good, Flowers, and I'm proud to say I'm an alcoholic. Will be 3 years sober, August 16th, 2025. That's the success story. When I was in my active addiction, I was tired of being a statistic. That's the thing. It's a number. You're just part of a number. And when I took that first step and made the change, we become a success story. A success story. It's going to be a lifetime battle, y'all, and it's a darkness that I wish I could play that. Ken, not Ken. Sorry, y'all. I was thinking about Barbie and Ken. I don't know why. My friend, her daughter wanted the pink, whatever card Barbie drives with the Kindle, and I don't even know what the Power Wheel. That's it. And yeah, it's her birthday tomorrow, and I'm like, I don't even know where that came from. Congratulations, Naylor. Congratulations. It takes a pack. One is tough, but a pack is unstoppable. I'm going to be right back after Danielle show. Yeah, Brenda's going to come on. Brenda, do you care if I stay on like 7 more minutes? Just go ahead and finish on an hour. Is that cool? That's up to you, Brenda. Let me know. About to head to go get milk, bread, and produce because I didn't yesterday. Love y'all. Love you, Athena. Send my love. Be safe and keep it up, girl. Because you're a warrior, honey. We gonna fight this. We gonna win this. Check time. What is check time? Gunner? I'm just kidding. He said check, checkmate. All right. Take your time. All right. Thanks, Brenda. Squirrel. Gunner, stop it. We are more than just a pack. We are a militia. We are armed with knowledge and the truth. Street justice. That's what I want. Street justice. We use the keyboard now as our pen against the sword. You know what? That's right. And when I hear about these stories, like the rallies, it's street justice. We are. Let's get them. We gotta hold these people accountable because they're hurting children. They're ripping families apart. And just thinking it's okay. Never an issue. Just habits of helping with producing. Yep, I know, Gunner. Hey, Facts Over Lies. How are you? Let's see where we're at here. Yes, the BS gag order is against both of us. That shit ain't gonna stop me. It better not, because it ain't gonna stop none of us. Well, they can try to all they want. That's just a piece of paper, and that don't tell me what. I got a big mouth, and I'm sorry, they ain't shutting me up. It's gonna be they tell them to try, because I promise you, there's other people that will speak louder than I did for me and for everyone. Right, and right. That's my. It's not my weapon, but it sure is mine, and they can't stop it. And we also have freedom of speech. We can talk as much as we want. And whoever wants to listen can. Can you share the name of this center that's doing these illegal works? Are you talking about Child Protective Services, CPS? Is that what you're talking about? And Department of Family and Children Services, Child Welfare Services system. It's a child welfare system and foster care system all across the U.S., every state. Is that what you're saying? Mind me ask? Hi, welcome in Electro Spirit. All right, y'all, I got 5 minutes, y'all. Is that what you were talking about, Electro Spirit? If I may ask. Yes, that's your weapon. Yeah, that's right. We're going for stolen children. Hold on, let's see. It's a law. Hold on. It's a law. A man is not only right to disobey, it is he is obligated to do so. Can I help you? Stolen children? Who? Where are you going? You're off. What are you saying, Electro Spirit? Where are you going with this? Like that was I don't get it. Okay, hold on. It's the court's going to serve all the non-parties that are independent journalists. I've already given the files to any other independent journalists that it's been given to, and so on. If a law is unjust, a man is not only right to disobey it, he is obligated to do so. Right? Stolen children. There's children stolen. There are a lot of 300,000 minor children missing. There was 1,800 children missing in Georgia alone in 2022, when John Ossoff did his investigation. I mean, and do we know that those numbers are even correct? Because I can imagine, I believe the numbers aren't even fully, but that's why Trump administration is finding all this out. Like they are cracking the whip and bringing the hidden things to the light, because we the people. Parents, gain your knowledge. Knowledge is power, and you are powerful, because I'm telling you, you can stop them, and they will be stopped. They will not take our children. We're going to get our children back. No child, no cash for kids. Our children are not going to be this. They're not going to be done this way. Where in anyone's right mind would they try to have a cash price over a child? Can somebody tell me that? I wish I could show you this video. I'll have to share it tomorrow. It would have been perfect. It was a dance on So You Think You Could Dance. It's called Gravity. If you go look it up on YouTube, it was like from 15 years ago. And when you watch it and you listen to the words, the way I learned this dance was the words and the gentleman that's in this dance. I will have to share this with y'all, and you know what? I will say that for a later show. I'll have to write that down to remember, because I would love to share that with y'all, and I will describe how it can differ between the person. Like, it don't have to be necessarily just about addiction, or I could use it in two different ways. When I was an addict, and it was my addiction, and maybe the two dancers, I was the one, and the other one was my drug of choice. And it was just and the song's called Gravity. And and then at another time I watched it and took it as I was codependent on my kid's father, and it was not healthy for me. So I had to learn, and that it touched me in so many ways, y'all. I will have to share that. And so, yes, I might do it on Brenda's show. So, all right, y'all, let's see. Got 2 minutes and left. I don't know how many independent journalists have the files right now. I don't know how many legal activists have the files either. The order says any violation will face sanctions. Sorry. Family court electrosurate. A family court. Okay. So, Dr. Dad and Electro Spirit, it's family court. Is that what they meant? I totally missed out on that one. That was me, y'all. Because I'm sitting there watching the time, and I know Brenda's gonna kick my butt. So, all right, everybody, I got 1 minute. I got 60 seconds. So, look, Brenda show's next, and then we're gonna have a tomorrow night special edition. Gunner's gonna be releasing the case number for his federal case that he just filed yesterday. So let's go, y'all. Remember, a one is tough, but a pack is unstoppable. You are good. You are loved. Your life matters, and y'all keep fighting and don't give up. Our babies are going to come home, and if y'all need me, hit me up, message me, leave a comment. I do check the comments on these shows a lot more, and I do all the time. You'd be surprised. I see myself on YouTube and all my platforms checking them. Night, Dr. Death. check and see if you got my email, Dr. Death. I did respond to yours. Don't know any facing. I don't know how many have the file by now. I don't know how many legal activists have jail files either. So Naylor, what is that saying? Is that we're gonna be? Is somebody facing sanctions? Are they? Or what? What does that mean? Good night, Dr. Death. Naylor, I'm confused. Unless I think I missed something, no? But if I missed it, Naylor, I gotta stop the show, let Brenda do hers. But I will. Okay, cool, Dr. Death, awesome. All right, everyone. I thank y'all for coming in, and we will continue on. We will to be continued. We still gotta talk about Georgia. Georgia is on my mind. Even though I live here, Georgia is. I'm not too happy with Georgia. Georgia. This is, I mean, for them to keep everything so private and quiet, and now the parents went down there for a peaceful rally, and there's money matters sign. So why make it why is it always about money? Why when it involves our children, you're supposed to strengthen families and stay and help them to be safe, healthy, stable, and you're wanting to focus on money? I mean, no. All right, let's go, Brandon. All right, everyone. Y'all have a good night. Let's go, Brandon. And I will see y'all on the Brenda. Bringing back Brenda, because Brenda gonna bring me back if I don't hurry up. Y'all be good, be safe. Much love to y'all, and be on the lookout for my show tomorrow. Love everybody. And Gunner's show tomorrow night for the special show. And then we got Brenda's next. All right, love you, y'all. Good night, everybody. Keep fighting.
Restart, reset, and refocus as many times as you need. You are your own greatest project, but just